Hey guys, in this video I'm going to explain the double declining balance depreciations, one of depreciation method that used in many countries. So basically the DBD is a part of depreciation that's come from straight line depreciations. The rate of decreasing is 200%, so that's why the definitions of the DDBD is double declining. As you can see in this page, this is the formula to find out the double declining depreciation value. N represent the useful value, I represent the investments. So actually, when you want to find out the depreciation, you only change the little n. The little n represent the certain period you want to find the depreciation value, and also the big I and big N. To find out the book value, you have to estimate independently because each method has different formula. In this case, in the DDBD, it has different book value formula as you can see in this page. So, just I mentioned you before, you only change the little n. So, for example, if you want to find out the book value at a certain period, you just change the little n. Now we are going to implement the DBD into a case. Okay, for example, investment, it has 150 millions and the salvage value of the investment is 30 millions. The useful life of these investments is 5 years. Now let's apply the formula of DDBD to the case. For example, in the first period, you only change the little n with number 1. So just change the power 1. 1 represented here is the first years of depreciation asset minus 1. And 1 after the little n is a constant number. And for second period, the investment and the useful life is the same as the first year, and do the same actions, do the same step, just change the little n with 2 and continue until year 5. So as you can see in this page, that the depreciation value is gradually decreasing every year, but we can see a highly number in the beginning of times. To find out the book value, we can apply this formula. For example, I want to estimate the book value at year 5. The big I represent the investments. 1 in here is a constant number, minus 2. 2 in here is a constant number because we use double declining. Doubles mean 200% rate of declining. And power 5. Power 5 represent the certain period we want to estimate. And then we got 11.66. Now let's apply to the table. Okay, just do the same action in SLD method. Put the useful life beside the book value. The book value in the beginning of time is investments. In the first year, we don't have the depreciations because the concept of depreciation, we have to use it at least 1 year. So we can see after 1 year usage, an asset will be declined. We got 90. We got 90. Why we got 90? Because the depreciations in the first year is 60. 150 minus 60, we got 90. And I repeat until year 5. 90 minus 36, we got 54, and continue. The sigma depreciation, you just add up all the number in here, and then we got 138.34 as the book value at year 5. But there is a problem that the book value at the end of its life is not equal as salvage value. So we have to move another method that will accommodate these situations. If the situation, just like I mentioned before, it must be a very big problem because the book value should be equal as salvage value. The book value is estimated price in the market. So, book value is our predictions, and the salvage value should be equal as our predictions. If the book value is greater than salvage value, so it will be the problems. But if book value equal to salvage value, then you may continue to use this number as your book value numbers. But if book value is less than salvage value, it's okay too. It's not a problem. But if you may have a problem, is the book value greater than salvage value. So let's say our estimation book value after we apply the DBD book value formula is 20, but the salvage value in the market is 30. So actually this asset has more power, so you may continue to use this formula. But if the book value estimation is 30 but the market is 20, so it has less power, so you may change to another formula. Since our result is less than our salvage value, which is 30, okay, the salvage value, you may estimate the salvage value based on the market. For example, you want to resell your handphone, so you may select, you may observe, you may investigate the price of your handphone in the same brand at the same years. So let's say it's 1 million your useful life, but your estimations is 500. So it means you can resell again your handphone which has higher value. So it's not a problem. But the problem is if you estimate lower than the market, you have to change the formula into another one. So in this case, we can continue to use this because the book value is less than the salvage value. Now, let's say if the book value is greater than salvage value, so it will be sunk cost. And in another company, they permit small residual value, so it must be avoided. And how to solve this? The first step, you have to continue the calculations of depreciation using two methods. So we are going to use two formula at the same time, DDBD and SLD. However, you have to change to SLD formula using this newest SLD formula. Just ignore the previous one, which is investment divided by the useful life. Now we are going to change the formula, the original straight line depreciation formula, into the new one. In case if the book value is greater than salvage value. So you have to look again, you have to look carefully. So before you conduct the calculation, make sure you have already investigated the book value and also the salvage value. Just decide whether it's greater or less than the salvage value. Okay, this is the depreciation method for SLD. And the SLD one, you just change the little m as usually. And then the book value minus the salvage value. The book value from previous year using DDBD method, because we are going to use two different depreciation method at the same time. Okay, and continue the calculation of depreciation using two methods at the same time, and then select larger depreciation amount, which one that has larger depreciations, and then continue to use the value. So when SLD depreciation value is greater equal to DDBD, then the switching is conducted. Okay, new cases. Travel agent has purchased second bus worth to 100 million rupiah. The useful life of this bus is 5 years, and you can sell again after 5 years usage, which is 30 millions. Okay, just put the important informations in your answer sheet. And now we are going to apply. So we are going to apply some investigations. So my clue is, the first thing you have to do, you have to look carefully the book value. Okay, just investigate the book value formula. investment multiply 1 bracket 1 minus 2 multiply the big N power the little n. So I put 700 in here, multiply 1 as a constant number as a given formula, minus 2 multiplied by 5 power 5. 5 is the end of the useful lives. So just put the end of useful life, which is 5 years, and then it turns out that 54.432. Okay, since the book value is greater than salvage value, the promised useful value, the expected useful value, and the salvage value is 30 million. Okay, now we are going to use two formula at the same time because it's a problem. Okay, I repeat again, why it should be a problem? Because the book value at the end of its useful life is greater than expected salvage value, which is 30 million. Okay, now we are going to use a table of depreciations. Just put two different formula, which is SLD special for DDBD to SLD conversion method, and DDBD the original formula. Okay, I repeat again. So just ignore the previous SLD formula, just put the newest formula, but for special case. For example, if the book value is greater than salvage value, just put in here. Okay, the 0 period represent no depreciations, so put the book value as the first depreciations. Okay, 700, and then put the 700 into the formula. Okay, 1 multiplied by 5 its useful life minus the bracket. Do the bracket first. 1 minus 1 in here represent the beginning of time, and then multiply the book value, which is the initial investment, minus 30, and it turns out 134th. And now let's apply another formula in the same period using double declining formula. Just do the same action, just change the little n with number 1, and it results 280. Since the DDBD value is greater than SLD depreciations, 280 versus 134, now we are going to use the depreciations value in DDBD formula. Okay, now the 700 minus 280, and then we got the second book value for second years is 520. Now we are going to use 420 that comes from the double declining formula. Okay, now put the remarks that we obtained the book value that comes from the DDBD. Just do the same actions. Now we are going to use the newest book value, which is 420 minus 30. Alright, and then put the little n with 2 because we are going to estimate at second year. And then just repeat again, but now we change the formula into DDBD 1. Okay, and then we use 700. Okay, 700 in here because we are going to use the DDBD, and the DDBD itself using the constant number, which is 700. Okay, 700, 1 minus 2 multiplied by 5, and then we change the little n with 2, and it turns out that the DDBD value is still greater than SLD conversion formula. Now we are going to subtracting the book value in the previous year with the depreciation that comes from the DDBD again. Okay, 420 minus 168, and the result is 252. Just repeat until year 5. Okay, so as you can see in this table that until year 3, we're still using the book value that comes from the DDBD depreciation. So we are going to subtracting all the things that come from DDBD. However, in year 3, there is some problem because after 3 years, we got that the SLD is greater than DDBD. So after this, we are going to switch the value that's come from the DDBD into the SLD one. Okay, now the previous book value, for example in year 3, will be minus by the depreciation value that comes from the SLD one. Okay, here it is. So it turns out 90.6. Put remarks that we are going to switch the DDBD into SLD one and continue. Since SLD has a constant number, depreciations, we use SLD, so the concept original term that SLD will give a constant number every year, so you can put it directly 60.6 instead of you calculating again by using the formula. And yes, since DDBD will gain more smaller value at the end of its time, so we can see that the SLD will be a winner. Okay, 60.6. Okay, so just minus the previous book value minus the depreciation value that comes from the SLD. Okay, we have constant number 60.6. Put the remarks again, switch to SLD. So after that, we can see that the book value of this investment is the same as expected salvage value. Okay, the book value at the end of useful life is 30, and our expected salvage value is 30. Now we have the same number, so we can stop the iteration until year 5. So DDBD and SLD will be used together when the book value is greater than salvage value that comes from the market price. And DDBD and SLD is widely used in Indonesia, but we rarely see that company use the SOYD. DDBD is recommended if you want to find income after tax. SOYD and DDBD are suitable for asset which the deteriorations or loss the value is very quick. For example, production machines and technological asset. And if you want to find the after-tax cash flow, this is the fundamental formula. Any taxable income, so you just to add up some income, your income you're earning in your company will be minus by the interest and also the depreciations. So that's why you can pay less. You can pay more smaller value if you put depreciation in your taxable income.